Welcome back. So, what we're going to do now is I have been bumming around, just getting a feel for things, stamping out local piracy, so turning against my former compatriots, smashing down a few local military units, busting a smuggling ring, that sort of thing. Even a couple of political assassinations. If you can really call annihilating someone's command vehicle with a PPC strike, whether you can call that assassination or not. Either way, they ended up dead, so that's the main thing. We've been contacted by a mysterious benefactor, a woman apparently, who is offering us about 30 grand just to show up. Now, I've managed to build up a little slack because I managed to complete a full Locust mech, and judging by the lack of mecha that I've fought, people around here are short on them, so I sold that for a hefty whack on the black market. 750,000 credits in the bank. I think we can take a punt on seeing if this woman's worth talking to. So our mystery client is waiting for us at Bellerophon. She can't be vouched for, but she seems rich and her credentials seem to check out. So let's go and see who it is. Benefactor in orbit, Bellerophon. Anna Maria Centrella. Mr. Oliveira, thank you for honouring my request to meet. I am Anna Maria Centrella. You've heard of my family, I'm sure. Nope. I'm from the periphery. Lady Centrella, this is a surprise. I wouldn't expect a member of the Canopian royal family to even know who we are, let alone approach us in such a non-traditional manner. This isn't a traditional contract, and I don't need Comstar asking questions. Besides, there's no reason to involve the Mercenary Review Board. I already know that I want to hire you. Have I piqued your interest, Commander Dawes? My interest? Sure. But I need to hear details before I'm willing to commit to anything. Of course, Commander Dawes, I'd expect nothing less. The job that I have for you is relatively simple. I need you to recover something for me, and I need it done quietly. In exchange for your services, I'll pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans and buy you the breathing room you've been looking for. A fair deal, wouldn't you say? Yes, that seems like a fair deal. But we've been double-crossed every time so far. How do you know about... You know what? It doesn't matter. Just tell us what we're supposed to be recovering. This. Lady Centrella's image is replaced on the screen by a grainy photograph of an enormous grounded dropship, ramshackle structures clinging to it like barnacles. She's a derelict vessel, an Argo, one of only two ever made. For over 200 years she's been lying in state on Axelos, a pirate moon in the heart of the frontier. I probably know it. I want her, and you're going to bring her to me. Yeah, and how exactly are we supposed to do that? I mean, that's a big ship, and she looks half cannibalized for parts. Look, you can see her ribs in the photo. I'm as enthusiastic about money as the next guy, but I'm a mech tech, not an aerospace engineer. I'll be damned if I can get that thing flying again. Relax, Mr. Vertanen. I have engineering staff on hand to attend to the Argo. Their leader, Dr. Farah Murad, has built quite a reputation for herself in the frontier. Might have heard of her too. You'll find a jump ship waiting for you at Alloway. It will carry you to the pirate moon, where you'll clear a path to the crash site. Dr. Murad and her team will go to work on the derelict, and you will protect them until the work is done. This should all be well within your capabilities, Commander Dawes, unless I've come to the wrong company, of course. Well, I was a frontier pirate. I know pirates better than most. You won't find anyone better suited to this job than us. Then I can see no reason why you shouldn't accept my offer. Do the job well enough, and there'll be more work waiting for you upon your return. Mr. Oliveira will never find you a better opportunity than the one I'm offering, Commander Dawes. I can promise you that. She isn't wrong, Jack. We're looking for a lifeline, and I think this is as close as we're going to get. This feels too good to be true, but I don't see what choice we've got. Well, there's always a choice. In this case, we could take the job, or we could accept a life of desperate poverty. So I guess that means we're in. Very good. I'll forward your contract to Mr. Oliveira. One last thing, Commander Dawes. The stories of your unsavoury past are well known within the magistracy. I'm taking a risk by hiring you on, but I'm convinced that I'm making the right call. Don't prove me wrong. We'll see. The job will get done. The contract for Lady Centrala's derelict recovery job is ready for review in the command center. We should follow up when you think we're ready. We're as ready as we're ever gonna be.
Greetings, Commander. Come on in.
See if anyone can train up before we do this.
Ready for orders.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
Waiting on you, Commander. Good to go.
Standing by.
So Comstar that was mentioned back there, if I'm remembering the background correctly, when the former Star League collapsed, Comstar basically took control of the communications relays and they became almost a religious order in a lot of ways. Okay, this is slightly more difficult than we faced before, but with a reward of over $1 million, which, you know, I've been scraping to get that far, so yeah, that looks pretty good. Can't negotiate, but alright, let's go. Pirates I know how to deal with. Yar.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Good. Get paid just as the bills come in. Fucking things. I've been having a look around to try and find my old technical manual, because that, you know, goes deep into the lore, though some of it's probably changed since then. I can't find it on my shelves, which means it's probably in the attic, so I'll go and look for that at some point. That goes into details about the stuff that was ripped off from Robotech. The changing mecha, I think it's the Wasp, it's one of them. It's basically based on the Robotech Veritex. So you could play that in aerospace and then it could shapeshift and you could land with it. It's kind of like Paratrooper mecha. But the ones that could transform were incredibly rare, more so than mecha already are. Banging noises draw you to the shared MechWarrior barracks, where you find Glitch disassembling one of the Leopard's internal walls. There are already several panels neatly stacked beside her. She pauses, then explains. There's a few cubic meters of dead space back there. I'm making room so it can stretch without hitting the bunks. As reasonable as this sounds, the banks aren't going to like you modifying their property. I want happy people, so let's set some money aside since we're about to be paid $1 million. You look Glitch in the eye. You know how the chain of command works. You have to clear changes like this before you start. She shrugs. Well, can I? You look over Glitch's work. It's cleanly done with no hazards. Take a break until I make a decision. During a chat with Darius, you compare the cost of the fines to the benefit for the mech warriors and decide it's worth it. Babysitting. It's not what I took this job for.
Our nest egg is just about gone, Commander.
Yeah, I know we're running low on money, but this should fix that. Unless it's another double cross. In which case we do have a little bit of slack. The reason you see the same technology all over the place is because it used to be this interstellar Star League, so they would all use the same equipment. So after the fall and the succession wars, everyone ended up with variations on the same stuff. Mechs are pretty damn rare though, which is why the Lances I've been fighting, pirates and so on, have included vehicles. They're like a stand-in for mecha, and a shoddy one at that. Let's proceed. Commander, I'm setting a course for Lady Centrala's jump ship. It's strange though, this moon it's taking us to, Axelos, doesn't appear on any of my maps, which leads me to wonder where exactly we're going and how do they intend to get us there. Several hours later, uncharted space. That was one hell of a rough ride. My stomach is still doing somersaults. That's because those crazy bastards used a pirate point to get us here. If we'd suffered a misjump, a sour stomach would be the least of your concerns. The Leopard could have gotten irreparably mangled. Hell, we could have been irreparably mangled. The cautionary holovids they showed us at the Academy were the stuff of nightmares. So a pirate point is a non-standard jump point. Dodgy ones that are difficult to navigate. We're mercenaries. Our job carries an assumption of a certain amount of risk. You heard the commander. Stow the complaints and pay attention. We have a job to discuss. A grainy map of a barren moon fills your view screen. A section of the image has been highlighted in white. The Argo's crash site is here, smack dab in the middle of a pirate stronghold. The ship, the stronghold, and everything around it belong to a South-style bandit queen called Grim Sybil. Her gang is the closest thing that Axelis has to a ruling council. Grim Sybil? Is that supposed to be scary? Sounds like the kind of name you'd choose out of a hat. What do their defences look like? They're patchy at best. I don't think that Axelis gets a lot of visitors. They have strong anti-air cover, but little in the way of ground-based defences. I'm seeing a lot of vehicles, but battlemech activity looks light. Define light battlemech activity. What are we talking about exactly? I can't put an exact number on it. All I have are surface scans to go on. From what data I do have, I'd expect the pirates to be able to field a full lance of light battlemechs, all of them in poor repair. It's going to be tough for us to handle. I'm used to stamping on tanks. There are mixed reports of something bigger. That'll be Grim Sybil's mech. I don't have any information on tonnage or armament, but given the shape that everything else is in on Axelis, I imagine it's being held together with chewing gum and baling twine. Yeah, I don't think so. What else do you have on Grim Sybil? Before today, I'd never heard of her. Yeah, I hadn't either. Centrala's intel says that Grim Sybil mostly stays put on Axelis, but she's got at least a dozen pirate gangs operating under her banner, so she must have something going for her. Sybil's bio is pretty sparse. There isn't a lot of meat here, just a note that she came up under Lady Paula Trevelyan, the pirate queen of the Tortuga Dominions. Bandit kingdoms in the periphery, which I should probably know about. I guess that's impressive, having a personal connection to Lady Death and all. Lady Death, really? I swear, man, these pirate names are killing me. Shut up, Yang. You don't know the half of it. Spent a few years hanging out with my old friends, and believe me, you'll hear worse. One of these days you're going to have to tell me more about your past, boss. Actually, check that. I'm not sure I want to know. You probably don't. Darius, is there anything else worth mentioning in that file, or can we get back to talking about the mission? Well, it looks like Trevelyan and Sybil had a falling out. That's not terribly surprising given the Pirate Queen's track record. Sybil managed to survive somehow, good on her, and she's been living on Axelis ever since. The rest of the report is just a rap sheet, apparently. Our bandit queen has racked up an astonishing number of kills over the years, mostly against merchants and freighter crews, but kills all the same. She likes to get her hands dirty. She knows her way around a battlemech, and that's all I've got. So the pirates have vehicles and turrets, maybe a few battlemechs. Got it, keep going. The entire structure is surrounded by radar-guided anti-aircraft guns. Your first task will be to take down the radar towers so that Samir can approach the derelict. After you've secured the crash site, she'll dock with the Argo and drop off the engineering team. Okay. And then they'll miraculously get a 200-year-old wreck flying again. I like you, Yang. You're cynical. Lady Centrala's bet a massive stack of Seabells that they will. For what it's worth, I believe that her chief engineer can pull this off. I'd never heard of Dr. Farah Murad before Lady Centrala mentioned her, but I did some digging after our meeting. She was telling the truth. The doc has quite a reputation. It's supposed to be some kind of frontier engineering wunderkind, and a genius at bringing dead ships back to life. I'll believe it when I see it, but for what it's worth, I hope you're right. Yeah, me too. Now that we're here, we're kind of committed to seeing this job through. I'll leave you to it, Jack. Good hunting on the moon's surface. I'll be keeping an eye on you from up here. Orbital strikes, you know, might be handy. that's going to be our best loadout, pretty much. Not a lot of leeway. That fucking spider, I'm going to rename it to Boulder because anyone in it keeps getting killed. I did lose my first netrunner. Shot to the cockpit. Whose bright idea was it to put a head on Mecha? Put the cockpit in the center torso, which if you lose that, you lose everything anyway. That would make more sense. Lucky autocannon strike. It's been cleaned out of it with a sponge. Right. Destroy the radar towers, go to the Argo, defend against the pirates. Okay, we can do this. It won't be a double cross for once. And a League era ship has got to be worth a lot. Maybe we can leverage after the fact. I do like the way they've changed some of the rules, or at least maybe they've brought in rules that were brought into the tabletop game later, like the bracing, like the balance, those sorts of things. I think they really add to it, and the morale and the specialist skills as well. Okay,
Command
what are we looking
interface
at?
initiated.
Welcome to Axelis, Commander. It's every bit as charming as you'd expect a pirate-occupied moon to be. You'll find Grim Sybil's radar stations just ahead. Defences appear to be limited to turrets and ground vehicles, for the time being at least. We know that Grim Sybil has at least one lance of battle mechs, so be ready for anything. Be careful of the pirates' turrets as you make your way to the base. They pack a nasty punch, and they can also sensor lock your mechs. Aim for the turret generators. That'll be the fastest way to neutralise the threat. After the pirates' radar stations are down, you'll be clear to proceed to the Argo. Good hunting, Commander. Knock out that radar cover, crush any pirate resistance, and secure us that derelict. Alright. Let's fuck some shit up. Okay, alright. If we stay far away, hopefully they won't get a lock on us straight away. So...
Enemy detected.
Crushing people in my mech, walking on the moon.
Heading out.
I did discover that you can move people while others are moving. So it's best not to get too over eager, but it does speed up the turns a little bit. That spider's cursed, I swear.
I hear ya.
Okay. I've got to try and take that out as quickly as possible. Go on, fire your single gun and hope for the best.
No one else
At least
singing
there's no
this.
atmosphere to
Wake up,
interfere
you
with the lasers.
idiots. We've got company.
But they're driving giant battle mechs. We can't fight against them.
Any more objections? Good. Get out there and fight.
Well, she knows how to control
Commencing
people.
Alpha Strike.
That was a hell of a miss. With a laser that goes exactly where you aim it.
Hey, stay in the crosshair.
Yeah, spend more time in the simulator. Okay, so now we're here now, so we just need to keep it moving.
Receiving you. Got it.
This is one of the prettier battle sceneries that I've run into. Which is odd considering it's so barren, but yeah, all the same,
Roger.
it is. I do enjoy the missiles. I've always enjoyed swarm missiles ever since Robotech on the TV.
Heading out.
I will see if I can find the technical readout, because the stuff about the various models and so on is quite interesting. Just blow up already.
Nice try.
Where did that come from? Vehicles. Those I can handle. It's the mecha I'm worried about, especially if I've soaked up some damage fighting these guys. Maybe we shouldn't have done this yet.
What can I do for you?
Move into cover there to limit the amount of them that can fire at you. Let's see if you can take out that turret.
Got it.
Got it. Yeah, I'll repurpose that into kind of a snipering role. Tacked on a bit of extra armor because people kept dying in it, or at least getting hurt. Okay, let's see, what can we do? That turret's probably a priority more than the vehicle. These turrets have super long range. Got it.
Target destroyed.
Everything but the thing I'm actually supposed to be destroying.
Yes, boss?
Is that a Welsh accent?
Moving out.
Take these out quick before they do anything too serious.
Roger that.
Oh, come on, that should have blown up.
Orders?
That PPC hardly ever hits. It's really
Got it.
frustrating. You watch it. Yep. I think that's only the second time he's hit anything with it in all the little missions I've been playing. I loved PPCs in the Tabletop game. I don't, just the way you say it, PPC. I didn't even think of PP or anything. It just, I don't know, rolls off the tongue. Good trash.
I'm showing minor damage.
I so need some heavier mecha. Now, is that the vehicle or is that another turret?
Good to go.
I gotta take that sucker up. I wanna keep some cover.
Coordinates received.
Right, let's see if you can plink that guy.
Firing everything I've got.
Which is one gun. There's more vehicles. Wish there was some area effect weapons. I think there was one area effect weapon in the tabletop game, and that was that kind of gigantic missile you can get, which could blow up a whole lance in one hit if you were lucky. I think they've avoided having that in this, which is probably a wise idea. Yeah, in the tabletop game, I always thought it was basically heavy mechs or nothing, essentially, was the way you had to go. But they seem alright in this. They feel like mechs at different sizes do have their uses, whereas they didn't used to feel that way in the tabletop game. I wonder how moons affect your heat. So it should be, if you're in the shadow, you should bleed off loads of heat, and if you're in the sun, you should be baking. Hard to tell whether or which way they've done it. You know, we think of space as cold, but yeah, it's more to do with wild variants. But you know, I'm riding around in a giant multi-story tank, so realism not exactly on the agenda. Okay, can you target one of them? Nope, unknown. But we can hit one of those radar dishes.
Locked on target.
Not quite destroyed yet.
Commander?
And Decker only just got out of the medbay after getting severely fucked up in like the very first mission. He's been in there all that time, like 2 months or so. Go on, Decker, redeem yourself.
Taking the shot.
Well, seems to have learnt how to shoot. Clearly smacking him into a coma was for the best. Trying to flank me. Don't let them flank you. Rear armor, so flimsy.
Waiting for orders.
Limit what could see me, so I guess there.
On my
Trying
way.
to snipe someone else. Don't even like the way the spider looks. It just looks. I want some grim and foreboding, no pun intended. Vehicles. Right, can you take him out?
Take this.
Nope, not quite. Since they're going to throw so many vehicles at you, it would be nice to see a bit more variation in the vehicles. So far we haven't really seen that much. Okay, well, I can take a hit, so... Can't hit him, but I can hit that. Shouldn't take everything. Then again, maybe it should have. Oops, too much heat.
How's it going?
Okay, they've gone with you don't bleed as much heat, which is why I overheated when I shouldn't. Okay, right, weapons with ammunition first then, I suppose.
Confirmed.
Right, another tank down. I really have to watch that
Enemy
heat.
vehicle destroyed. What's up, boss? Coordinates received. Affirmative.
I do like the indirect fire. Okay, he's coming in close. That's probably a mistake for him. Oh no, he's gone for a full hoon right the way across the map. Right, that's it, you're dead. She better pay up.
What can I do for you?
You can
This
take
should
him
be
out
good.
if you can hit. No, which you can't.
I may need some more time in the simulator.
Yes, you may need some more time in the simulator. Okay, we're overheated, so can we melee this sucker? Doesn't look like it. Okay. But we can't afford to fire off any lasers, so...
Engaging target.
Got him. Okay.
Enemy unit destroyed.
And guns rather than lasers produce less heat, which is useful. I
Good
did
to go.
fight a Firestarter mech in one of the little missions that I did. Now in the tabletop game you used to be able to set fire to woods and forests, so that the fire and so the heat would sweep along and hit them. I didn't notice that tactic or whether you could do that because I haven't had had one of those mecha yet, so that remains to be seen.
Roger that.
Could fit the flamethrowers to something, but it seems to be extravagant just for a test. Your heat's okay. Not down.
Receiving you. Location confirmed. Roger.
Some missiles, trying to finish that off. Got it.
One less turret.
It's just this sneaky tank. And I think there's one other vehicle over there. No, that's the building. Okay.
I hear ya.
Let's see if we can take that out.
Tell me what to shoot.
Yep, that's that done. Pancaked in on itself. Good, good.
Brought it down, Commander.
He's knocked
One
out
down.
half our damned radar cover! You'd better get those LRMs online now, or you can learn what a belly full of laser fire feels like.
Why didn't I notice that turret generator before?
Engaging target.
Still haven't bled off enough heat.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, got some heat, can't do much but take a pot shot at the tower. Okay, well, that's not a lot of heat anyway on the Shadow Hawks, so
Copy that.
what the hell. I do like the way it gradually dilapidates.
Waiting for orders.
See if
Moving
I can
out.
get close to this bastard. Still can't see it, but can take a pot shot at something. How's my heat? The heat's okay, but that thing's just coming, so...
Target acquired.
Not enough damage.
Barely hit, Commander.
Right, give him a slap. I guess they've got their missile turrets back up.
Light damage, Commander.
Waiting on you, Commander. Got it.
Stay away from everything. Too much heat. It's only got the one bloody gun. I may have destroyed all those turrets, making all this pointless, but we'll see.
Engaging target.
Yes, Commander. On my way. Target locked in.
Come on, blow up. There we go. That's done it, Commander. The AA guns are down for now. Get to the crash site and secure the area. Okay. Do still have a couple of other things to deal with, though.
Good to go.
Let's stamp that
Copy that.
bastard. Punt. Nice. One of the better, more fun ways of taking out vehicles, it must be said. And small
Reporting.
weapons that you have will
Vehicle
go off
destroyed.
after you do it, so if you're laden down with machine guns, give someone a spank and it'll unload into them as well.
Good to go.
Okay, those turrets don't seem to be too much of an issue, but...
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
see if we can take out the generators anyway before we head on, just in case.
Here we go.
It's a good hit, but it's not gone down. Next target's up there, so we have to go around there, so yeah. Come on, blow up.
Engaging target. Target building destroyed.
Got it. Nice. May have taken out some of the turrets. I don't know.
Let's do this. On my way.
Guess the best thing to do would be to try and take that out.
Roger.
It's a risk of the heat, but blow the building next to it. Not that one. Must have been WTC7.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, come on, Decker. You can do it.
Locked on target.
Is it destroyed?
Brought it down, Commander.
Yes. And that should take out the turrets. Or maybe not.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, you're getting overheated, so...
Don't need to tell me twice.
See what I mean about heat management? Double heat sinks for the win. So here's hoping we find a Starly cache or some clanners. I don't like going into enclosed spaces in any game. It always means trouble.
Yes, boss.
Screw it.
Target acquired.
Okay, that still didn't do it.
Ready for orders.
I have to hope an LRM can finish it off. I mean, they're only going to ding me, but I'm just worried about the mecha later.
Firing on target.
Got it. Booyah.
That turret is gone.
Okay, so that's their defences. Okay, I'm reasonably tough, so let's move me up and have a peek. Still not seeing anything yet.
On the move. I copy.
You betcha.
I still don't see anything. Is that where we're going?
Moving to position.
So I'll come in and take some cover somewhere if we can. But can't get past the Shadowhawk. So that's that. Shadowhawk kind of looks like that transformer that was always on the space station, whose name escapes me. Put it in the comments if you can remember. Okay, so to secure it you have to get all your units in there. Fair enough.
On my way.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
On the move.
Okay, so it's just Decker to get in.
Receiving you.
Alright. Crash site is secure. Sumia, you've got a clear approach path to the derelict. 2 steps ahead of you, XO. Watch yourself, Commander. I'm coming in hot. You're always hot, Sumia. So there's the dropship.
Stabilizing and bracing.
The package is delivered, XO. I'm taking the Leopard to a safe distance before the pirates can get their guns running again. Good thinking. Good batting, think, man. Roger that, Mayor. Dr. Murad, your team is clear to enter the derelict. I hear you, Mr. Oliveira. We're making our way inside now.
Alright, people, you know what to
Combat
do.
archaeology.
Marines, clear the ship of pirates.
With pleasure, Dr. Murad.
Marines, come out here with rocket launchers. Help Daddy out.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Excellent. My mech could use a rest. Roger that.
Okay,
Digging in.
incoming.
Sound smart. Cooling.
Right, so they're coming that way. Yep, 1, 2. No mecha. 3 on the mecha. It said it's a full lance, so there should be a 4th. Don't know whether that includes the Queen or not. Okay.
Additional
Dr.
enemies
Murad.
detected.
The pirates have Alpha Squad pinned down in the Argo's main hallway. Bravo Squad is holding the door to engineering, but you better hurry up.
Sergeant? Talk to me.
We got our own problems.
I hear ya. Good to go.
Okay, let's see if we can get a line on them.
Got it.
What have we got? A Jenna. I remember those. Kind of like a mildly upgraded Locust, really ungainly looking, but they used to carry lots of rockets, if I remember right. We don't have clear line of sight, but that means they don't on us. So, tuck in and hope for the best. What is that? Is that Commando? I think that's Commando.
I'm showing minor damage.
Jenna, Commando. Whatever that is. Oh, it's only a Locust. Fair enough. I think he's got to be my priority, so... We do have to watch the heat. But I have completely dealt with all my heat, so try and do as much as possible, as fast as possible. Yes, blew his leg off. Okay, well that means we can ignore him for the rest of this turn. Is that separate the vehicle, or is that part of this lance?
Good to go. On it.
Nice.
For the critical hit.
can't afford a ground out, knockdown slap fight, so I think staying mobile and on the offensive is going to work here.
Standing by. Got it.
Jenna's probably my biggest problem. It's a bit far away. Low chance to hit.
Taking the shot.
That should do nicely.
Dr. Murad, what's happening in there? Come in, Doctor.
A Locust survived an actual PPC hit.
The pirates are dead. But so are half of my engineers. It's an unholy mess in here. Bodies everywhere.
Can you get the ship flying again? I need an update.
Look, do you want me to talk or do you want me to fix the damn ship? You do your job, I'll do mine. Moving out.
Should better get that ship fixed.
All weapons are go!
Some buildings down. That's not much of a threat anymore. Still got a medium laser. Alright, let's try and sort that Jenna out, because that's relatively unscratched so far. Oh, and then I'll have to watch the heat next turn. That was pathetic.
No damage detected.
I'm really worried about that thing, probably too much. That's it, run, you little bitch. And you're not running.
Warning.
Fine.
Detecting mech warrior injury.
Why do mechs have heads? It makes no sense.
Good to go. Here we go.
Got it. One down, at least.
Mech destroyed.
Since the commando's already damaged, maybe I should try and take that out as the next main target.
Good to go.
Right, come on, Deck. Let's do that. Jenna some harm since we can't get over to them. Commando. Heat's alright at the moment, but not wasting anything.
Locked on target.
Okay. Got through the armor a bit. Oh, you're in for such a stamping.
Waiting for orders. On my
Go
way.
on, give him a slap.
Ugh!
Got it.
Bye-bye!
Okay, Jenna next then. That was a silly move so far as heat's concerned.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
Well, that was ballsy, but stupid.
Engaging physical attack.
Standing by. Roger that.
Come on, move.
On it.
One good injury deserves another.
Ready for orders.
Taking too much damage. Bugger. You think you're gonna come steal my ship, you miserable little scrub? Nobody steals from Grim Sybil. I'm gonna carve you up like a roasted pig. More mechs. That's a big mech. Yeah, but it's in terrible condition. Concentrate your fire and you should be able to take it. Whatever it is. Yeah, he's overheating. Which is probably why he
Commander?
didn't fire.
On my way.
Go on, give him a kick. How?
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
This is going to be expensive to fix. This job should have been paid $2 million.
Engaging target.
Pilot, nice one. It's good they have heads and cockpits when it's them that's the enemy. It's not when it's me. So according to that, I've probably got 4 more things to kill.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Waiting for orders.
Come on, you've got to be able to finish that guy.
Taking the shot.
Well, 1/5 dead. At least we've got a moment before they show up.
Orders. Roger that.
Okay, so So that leaves one tank and the other mecha. What is that? Not good, whatever it is. And the other thing's a Shadow Hawk. I'm already pretty damaged.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Good to go. Got it.
No choice but to throw the light mech into it. Probably end up destroyed, but at least it might distract them for a minute.
Got it.
Well, that was a solid hit. Oh, that thing. I forgot about it.
Friendly battle
No.
now.
That's me and my mech. Looks like I survived though, so...
Yes, Commander. Putting my weight
Still.
into it.
Should have been paid 2 million. Better get some good salvage out of it.
Vehicle trapped.
Good to go.
Concentrate fire, see if we can get these at least weakened before that big jobby gets in.
Got it.
I'm growing to hate long-range missiles and spotters, but that just means I should be using that tactic against the enemy.
Receiving you. Firing full complement on enemy. Receiving you.
Maybe I can get around and flank that big mech. If I can get rid of this one first. Gotta throw everything at it and hope for the best. Okay, well, that's something. Shadow Hawk versus Shadow Hawk.
Took a hard hit there.
What are you?
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
What are you? Quick draw. I don't think I know that one. I don't think it's an original one.
Coordinates received. Ugh!
Oh, this is going to be so pricey to fix.
Commander.
whatever you have left of it.
Critical hit, Commander.
Took out some jump jets, not that he was using them. The other one was, but that means he'll be overheating
Standing
for a
by.
bit. That's not what I meant to do, but it'll do. I don't remember the quick draw.
That shot hit internals. Commander! I'm hit!
But he does have his back to us.
Waiting for
So
orders. Right, Commander.
yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Because the back armor really is weak. That's mean.
Losing internal
Shooting me while I'm
structure.
down.
Ready for orders.
Oh, who do I go? Gotta finish him off.
Confirmed.
Come on, this must take. Nope.
We lost one of our own.
Rest in peace. At least I don't have to pay his wages. What's that?
Commander? Ugh!
See, that's the downside of turning around.
Shrapnel.
Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
Can't even afford to fire. I need to
Locked
save
on
that
for
for the
physical
next
attack.
attack, I guess. Alright, well, he's a bit less dangerous. Okay, that was
I'm being flanked.
kind of silly, 'cause the heat.
Reporting internal damage.
Good to go. Ah!
2-on-1, but we're both a lot more damaged
That's
than he
a
is.
kill.
Commander?
It's got to be an all or
Roger.
nothing. Okay, that was a good hit. Oh, come on, you've got to be overheating after all that. Yep, heat critical.
Commander?
With any luck, that means we can finish him off.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Coordinates received.
Come on. Could blow up any second, so it's another fire and pray. Come on, just hold out.
Reporting structural damage.
I need you to recover my body. Okay, he's overheating nicely though.
Waiting for orders.
Bit reckless, this pirate queen.
Firing everything I've got.
Standing by.
Okay, I can't afford all that heat, but... Okay, so how about if I keep moving, so maybe one of them might be able to flank.
Got it. Target acquired.
That's a little damage. Come on, you must be overheating.
Commander? All weapons are go!
Wish I could nick this thing. This is pretty tough.
Ready for orders. Confirmed.
Still can't afford another PPC strike, so...
Firing at enemy 6.
Come on. Blow up! I hate this crap. No! So expensive. So expensive.
Commander?
Alright, this is it, Decker. Finish
Putting
him.
one in the back.
Jump jet destroyed.
Target's taken a critical hit.
It blew itself up from overheat. Get your lance to the Argo, Commander. I'm just about done. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll get there.
On the move.
This ship better be bloody worth it. After all
Copy
this.
that.
It's done. I can't believe it. It really worked. The engines are online and I have thrust control. Go now, celebrate later. Roger that. Hang on, Commander. For the first time in 2 centuries, this beast is going to
Mission
fly.
successful.
Great! Oh, Band-Aid. That was hectic. Your performance was exemplary, Commander. I'll be sent to ensure the upper echelons of a magistracy high command hear about your skills. My elite skills. God, everything's so fucked. And Tusk was killed. And Glitch was killed. Just after you removed all those bulkheads. Salvage. Jenner parts. There's enough Jenner parts for a new Jenner. Quick draw, quick draw. Okay, let's go for the Jenner, even though I don't like the Jenner and think it looks lame. What else did we get? Oh, the quick draw part. Okay, well that's good. Oh, that was a fight and a half. Maybe I should have bummed around a bit more. But we got the ship. So I hope it was worth 2 lives and 2 mechs. 3 mechs. Guess I can rebuild them. It's going to be days and days though. Oh, and there's the cost to juggle. Yeah. Mercenary management simulator. I guess. We get that in our tabletop game we're playing at the moment, which is Iron Kingdoms, because they're running a mercenary company, and a lot of it becomes bookkeeping and juggling duties and stuff. Up, and now the double cross. Is this an honest employer for once? What do I know? I'm crippled. It's a lot of debris. I've got a feeling it should be more majestic than it looks. But I guess she's cleared down our debts. In exile, high orbit, Alloway. You've done excellent work, Commander Dawes, and you've earned yourself an opportunity to do more. Meet your real client. I don't believe she needs an introduction. Camilla Arano, you're alive after all this time? I'm happy to see you again, Grimnir, or should I say, Commander. You've done well for yourself. The old man would be pleased. It must come as a shock to you seeing us here at Alloway, seeing us at all. I apologise for that, but I had to be sure that you were the mech warrior I remembered before I reached out to you. And now with the Argo on its way to Lyerton for repairs, I know you are everything I remember and more. I'm everything you remember? You show up after 3 years, I lose 2 men, and that's all you have to say? Go easy on her, Commander Dawes. She's been living in exile since Espinosa stole her throne. The broadcast of her death were directorate propaganda, well-crafted lies to keep the masses in line. And with that, Camilla, I'll leave you to your reunion. Best of luck with the negotiations, and keep me apprised of whatever decision you come to. Lady Centrala's face winks off of the view-screen. The dull glow of her hollow projection slowly dies away. Lady Centrala was right about the propaganda, Grimnir. My uncle's directorate is run on lies, though in this case they very nearly became true. The directorate's assassins pursued us into the frontier. In the months following the coup, we had more than our share of close calls. Eventually, they gave up looking for us. We've been living in exile ever since. I was exiled. I know what that's like. I've been there myself. Where have the two of you been hiding? As far from directorate space as we could get without leaving the frontier, a miserable little ball of rock called Zathras. It was a nasty, brutish planet, full of internecine strife and bloody turmoil. There were power struggles and mad nobles, plagues and zealots and holy wars. Let's never rid ourselves of religion. So you're saying it was the typical frontier world? Yang, I love you. More or less, living on Coromadir, I heard stories about the problems that many frontier systems face, but I was detached. Never saw how the rough life outside of the Oregon Coalition could get. My uncle's coup changed everything, Grimnir, including me. Okay, you made it off Coromadir, and you found me. Let's talk about why. I imagine you've already guessed. I intend to seek justice for my uncle's crimes. I intend to take my throne back, but I can't do it without you. We have resources, an army drawn from all across the frontier. Perhaps, most importantly, we have the patronage of Lady Centrella and the tacit support of her government. That means money, a great deal of money. As it happens, I like money, a lot, but I assume that Centrella isn't doing this out of the goodness of her heart. No, the magistracy sees Kamiya's claim to the throne as an asset worth paying for. They want to see the Directorate dealt with, but it isn't in their interest to do it themselves. They prefer to keep their own hands clean. The Rimwood periphery is a powder cake, Grimnir. Tensions between the Taurian Concordat and the Federated Suns are high, and my uncle's military posturing can be viewed as a provocation by either side. If open conflict between superpowers were to erupt, it'd be difficult for anyone to remain neutral. The magistracy wants to avoid getting dragged into a major war. And your House Centralla's best hope for a clean solution. They fill your war chest, you remove the Directorate from the board, the magistracy lets tensions between the Federated Suns and the Taurians simmer down on their own. Am I reading the situation correctly, Lady Arano? Correctly enough, Mr. Oliveira, but understand this isn't just about diffusing a dangerous situation. For me, taking on the Directorate is personal. I bet. My uncle betrayed me. The founding council has been reduced to a handful of powerless figureheads. Our very identity has been cut away and discarded. House Espinosa is long overdue for a reckoning, and with your help I'll bring them one. Join with me, Grimnir. We will not fail. This company is a business, not a charity. If you want us to win you your throne, it's going to cost you. I'd expect nothing less, Grimnir. You are a mercenary after all. Pledge yourselves to me and I will buy your company's debts, all of them. You'll be free to travel and seek clients as you please, as long as you come to me when I call for you. And on the day that I reclaim my throne, your obligation to me will be forgiven, your debt wiped clean. Too good to be true, but alright. Of course, you will also be paid for every battle you fight at our behest, at a rate that will feel quite generous, given the clientele you're accustomed to. Thanks to House Centrella, we have money to burn. Burn it we shall. I don't like the thought of being some noble's pawn, but I don't like being in hock to a bunch of loan sharks either. This sounds like a pretty good deal, boss, I'm just saying. Money to burn. I like the sound of that. Okay, Lady Arano, we're in. What's left of us after that fight? Very good, you've made the right decision, Grimnir. You'll see that for yourself soon enough. I'll take my leave of you now. I have an army to rally and preparations to make, but it won't be long before I contact you again, and when I do, I'll need you ready. Prepare yourself and your company. Our war is about to begin. We need to lick our wounds. Lady Arano just bought up all our debt, Commander. That means no more banks restricting our jump ship access. We can travel to more systems now, but we should still steer clear of the major states. We don't want it to look like we're going to cut and run. Good news, Commander. Once Doc Murad and her crew got that wrecked ship safely away, they found most of a Centurion in its cargo hold. It's not equipped for combat yet, but with a little love and attention, I think I could return it to service. Swing by the mech bay to check it and order a refit. Sturdy and reliable mech, the Centurion is good at both taking and giving a beating. Okay.
That mech you wanted is back online.
And we got the Janna as well. We lost Tusk and Glitch. And we're going to need to do repairs. And I'll see you next time.
Monster misbehaving, planets needing saving, situations graven, I'll form the head. The enemy is clever, we're smaller but whatever. When we put it together, I'll form the head. Y'all can do the treading, swing energy machete. His combination's ready, I'll form the head. I'll form the head.